Hey everyone, welcome to the first dev diary for the Epic Games Mega Jam. I'm so excited to be in this jam. This is my first one. This is my first year, of course, using Unreal Engine 4, and I am making my game in VR, which I'm very excited about. So I'm not going to get into the premise of the game. I really want to show the mechanics that I've been working on because I got some really amazing physics interactions in VR, stuff that I didn't have before. If you've been following my channel, I did work on a VR third-person platformer earlier, a little demo. I've completely reworked all the systems, everything in here is from scratch, and everything works 1,000 times better, and I'm really proud of what I've achieved. So I wanted to show you these systems. First thing I want to show you is the character. This is a little robot. I really like this character. He has these idle. I've rigged it in a way where I can move the eyes, so if I get time later, I can do like some cool in-game cutscenes. Probably not going to happen. I've got that little thing bobbing over its head, moving, and it bobs up and down, and the hands move. It's got a jump animation. He can also move around, and he has his own animation for that. And he has his spin ability, which I will get into a bit after. So I'm just going to move forward. The character, I know I've got these skeleton hands at the moment, but you will eventually have a type of device in your hand. You can shoot and light up these switches, which will open these doors, and there's going to be a lot of interactions where the player, meaning you, can access things that the character in the game can't, and the character can access things that the player cannot, and this is going to form a relationship between the two where you're relying on each other. And here we have one of the basic things where you go on the button, it activates that, the button goes down. And when you get to these devices, you can actually charge them and allow them to be reactivated by pressing that button, and they light up and all the nice particles come out. Now, that was pretty straightforward. That was traditional platforming where you just jump around. This is a little different. So this is the box dispenser. It dispenses boxes. We've got like a little hidden area here if you understand what's happening here. So when you pick this up, you can move it in and out, which I'm very happy with. And when you move it, it doesn't go through the ground. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, well, I expect that to happen. But in VR, there are a lot of things you have to program because you need it to work with the physics and not the transform. A lot of times, and in the VR template, everything works based off kind of attaching your actor, which is this cube, for example, to a point, but that moves the transform, whereas this is using physics. And I'm very happy with how the physics work, and I have something even more advanced than this to show you after. But yeah, it works really well. And if you think about it, you can use it to simply get up here and activate that. Now, there's a new problem where I can't exactly get up there. So a while ago on my VR third-person platformer game, someone commented that they love the idea of being able to go on the box and kind of be moved around. So I thought, oh, I want to introduce that in this game. So you can, of course, move the box up, jump off, and get up to higher platforms and activate that, which will activate this. And you can extend it to the player doing something really skillful, like getting these screws, or the bolts, I should say. And then you can take your box, and because you can move it in and out, you can easily maneuver it instead of trying to awkwardly throw it, because the physics are quite spot on. So I can bring it over here, move up here, and now I can collect these bolts over here. And in case you're wondering why I have a box dispenser, I was pretty sure people might accidentally throw it out, and it just gives them another box to work with. So now we're going to move on to the thing that I'm really excited to show you, which are these. Oh, and of course, over here, we have another situation where you can jump up to this box. You can then move the physics cube, and of course, collect those bolts, just like before. And over here, this is what I'm most excited about. As you can see, the player could potentially jump onto this platform here, but they wouldn't have anywhere to go. And they can't jump over this gap. So what you can do is you can actually move them, and you notice they're only moving on one axis. So what I managed to do was restrict the physics on them, and it works really well, and I'm super happy to have this working in VR. And this is something which is going to give me a lot of control over a lot of the really fun puzzles in the game, and I'm so happy to have this working. It took a long time to figure all this out. I know it probably looks straightforward, but it took a lot of work to figure out how to get this working as nice as it does, and to limit the axis and get it all with you know, line tracing to an object, moving it from distance with a motion controller. And I just love that I have this working. I got this working just before the video, and yeah, it was the best. Because I can do so many interesting puzzles using this, because I can limit it to any axis, I can have staircases that you move around, I can have lots of things. So I'm very happy with how this system works. And of course, at the end of the level, there's this thing called the Orb of Light. The game jam theme is about darkness and light. I will be incorporating more of the theme as I continue to make the game. Because it's in a block out stage, it's currently not really showing the theme much, more the gameplay mechanics. And I'm very happy with how everything has turned out so far. And I'm really proud of all the systems that I've got in place that I can build upon. Because the physics system was one of the big things, getting objects to be able to move and move with physics. It is going to allow me to create a crazy amount of interesting puzzles. And on top of that, something I haven't shown you is that I've actually got some enemies in the game, which are going to serve as obstacles. So there is a lot that I'm working on. Hopefully, I'll have another video out tomorrow, because I want to document my entire process, and it's going to hopefully be another massive change. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I was really excited to show this to all of you. I hope you're all going great. If you haven't heard of the jam, I'll leave some information in the description. And after this jam, I'll probably be back to posting some more regular content. I just couldn't pass taking this jam up, because I've never entered it and I was too excited to join it. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.